Time has expired. Thank you all for being here. Mr. Gingrey, questions, please.
Mr. Chairman, excuse me, Mr. Chairman, thank you, and I'll be fairly brief. And I wanted to direct my first question to Mrs. Meister. Ms. Meister, you mentioned in your testimony, kind of in your closing, that you want just what members of Congress, members of the House and the Senate have, nothing more, nothing less. And I want to just say to you and to the other witnesses that I agree with you. I agree with you. I think that the American people in every state should have that opportunity. And when the health care reform bill was first marked up in this committee, H.R. 3200, we spent hours and several days, in fact, several weeks, marking up that bill and amending it and making some suggestions for amendments on both sides of the aisle. And one, in fact, two amendments that I had in particular that I think you'll like, and I'd like to ask your opinion on it, was that all Americans have what we have, members of Congress. And that amendment, unfortunately, went down pretty much straight party line. And I followed up with that and said, well, you know, if there is a public option, and I think you in your testimony talked about a public option. As you know, right now there is no public option in any of the bills. But in this committee there was, H.R. 3200, there was a robust public option, as I'm sure you know. And so my amendment was, well, okay, if the public option is so good, maybe it is, then let's show good faith in it and have every member of Congress, House, Senate, and indeed the President and the administration and their families sign up for the public option. And that also failed on straight party line vote. I'd like to know your opinion and maybe the other members of the panel what they think of that. Well, those two recommendations.
I mean, I am very willing to pay for insurance. I just want to pay something that's affordable and that actually covers me. We have Medicare. I thought the plan that extended Medicare to 55, down to 55, was a good idea, and have those people between 55 and 64 pay for the plan. So I don't know what else to say. I don't want to have to be spending the next 15 years of my life looking forward to being 65 so I can get Medicare.
Well, yes, I mean, and certainly I understand your point there. But do you realize that, and I'm sure you do, that Medicare currently has an unfunded liability over the next 50 years of $35 trillion. That's with a T, $35 trillion, and so to add that many more millions of people between age 55 and 64, when we can't even meet the obligations that we currently have. You know, that was the problem with that proposal.
I've seen the country support a bailout for the banks and for the car companies. I'd like to see them bail out the American people. Yeah,
I want to tell you, and I think you'll be pleased to know that I voted against that bailout for the car companies, and I thank you for bringing that up. Mr. Arnold, let me shift